Hi, Caspar on the 10th of September 2019, and I've got a bit of a, I suppose, traditional classic French wine in my glass. Some maturity. This is 2004 Châteauneuf-du-Pape Cuvée Papet from Domaine de Clos, Olivet. And yeah, I've had this for, obviously, my cellar for quite a long time. We offered it when the 2004s were released, and I like 2004s. I mean, I think if there's a commune that really doesn't need a lot of sun during the growing season, it's Châteauneuf-du-Pape. So 2004, bit of a cooler, more defined, produce cooler, more defined wines, certainly a cooler growing season anyway. Gosh, I know this wine of old. When I hadn't been in the wine trade all that long, I bought a case of the 1990 Clos Olivet Cuvée Papet, and goodness me, it was like port for years. It really was the most extraordinary wine. It was given quite a big score. I think the Wine Advocate gave it 97 out of 100, and it was too rich to drink when it was young, and then it became something quite extraordinary. And I thought I'd finish my case, and some years later I found one bottle. I thought, wow, this is going to be completely over the top, and it was by far and away the best bottle out of the case, which is kind of sometimes the way. Sometimes it works the other way. Sometimes you find the last bottle you find is completely knackered and gone with the wind, but there we are. So 80% Grenache, 10% each of Syrah and Mourvèdre, a lot of whole bunch fermentation, sort of 70% whole bunch. It's got a really developed colour, I must say. It's gone properly sort of mahogany garnet. It's just deep. I mean, it's not crazy deep. Let's give it a smell. I like that. That's that sort of sandy, hot sand smell with sort of liqueur of red plum over the top, and something almost rather peach about it. Actually, it's not a wine straining at the sinews to get out of the glass, I must say. Smoke and sort of sweet herbs as well. It really couldn't be anything other than Southern Rhône smelling it. It's a little bit rooty, a little bit licorice, earth. There's a lot going on in there, but it does smell like it's a hot climate wine. I must say, it's got that sort of smear of breadth that speaks of sunshine, and particularly Grenache on holiday in a sunny location. And that's, as one would expect of a wine of this age, you know, completely resolved. It's it's in a lower register, which I think is a very good thing. It's got elegance, it's got subtlety. It's got nowhere near the size of some of the big and perhaps more lauded vintages in Châteauneuf-du-Pape. Again, I don't think that's a bad thing in any way. What it does have is a lovely mineral streak of freshness running through it that emerges towards the back and cleans up the finish, and adds a sense of freshness and focus as well. It's there's a bit of a figgy thing going on. And a fine dust of integrated tannins that have grip. They had structure, definitely. A little bit of sort of beef bone stock or something on it as well. I very, very rarely drink these wines out of choice. I just find wild alcohol and their sort of baked character doesn't appeal overly, but here in 2004, cooler vintage, you know, I think there is some class there, and a class is often a word that I think is not often a word that you'd associate with Châteauneuf-du-Pape, but there we are. That mineral freshness certainly does it, and I'm enjoying it. I'm going to drink it with curry, which is almost ready, so I've got to stop. That has been 2004 Châteauneuf-du-Pape, Cuvée Papet from the Clos Mont Olivet. Nice wine. Yeah. Interesting southern Rhône. Nice.